Just to give you a word of warning, we are testing out a new in-game streamer between my system and going out to Twitch, which is actually the new Twitch studio setup. So if for some reason we have any mic issues or some playback issues, please give us a heads up in chat so we know what's going on and maybe we can get a chance to address that since we've never used this particular setup before.
And I am back.
Hello, welcome.
And my front.
Yes, your front. And while we have a quest sitting here, you can see it's kind of red, which means we can't take it.
Half a level.
Half a level. I think this means we need to go out to the Central Shroud. And start with the level 1 quests out there.
Ooh, level 1 for great XP.
Yeah, something like that. We'll blow through them pretty fast. And I believe technically after that we should head towards Central Shroud, which is where I believe our level 10 will kind of point us to anyway. Or not Central Shroud, East Shroud.
That would make more sense.
Yeah, East Shroud should take us until about level 15, I believe. And I'm no longer naked. I feel so blessed.
Oh, trust me, you just never get used to the feeling of the hood going through your ears.
Speaking of which, no. Don't I have a plate that's just set up for my bunny feet? Looks like the answer is no. Fleet!
Oh, true. Thank you for reminding me about that, though.
Unfortunately, I'm lucky. Unfortunately, I think...
Of course I'm lucky. Lucky feet and everything.
Unfortunately, I think I need to go back into glamour. Give me a second. I'm going to glamour plate these.
I'll just be over here talking to Mother Mione.
Challenge her to a triple triad match. Those are always fun.
She just stares at me and says, "Why aren't you getting through with more main story yet?"
Yes!
Really? Come on. You're supposed to be a competent hero. Why can't you do this? Also, what's the... Oh, that's a level 14 quest. Never mind.
There. That way it will never have a problem again.
Oh, those are famous last words.
Proper bunny feet. That's right, we have not opened up Jandalane yet, have we?
No.
Oh, you're gonna have a fun time with his voice. He is so poofy. Okay.
So now that our heels have proper support and aren't being forced into unnatural plantigrade shapes.
Yes. I actually went on one of my Discord channels and the new dungeon at the top end that they just released with 5.11.
So the one that we're about a month out from having any chance of seeing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Their entire gear set is kind of initially all about werewolves, but they actually have a digigrade foot shape for DPS set. And I mentioned that that's perfect Viera bait for shoes, and everyone just jumped on me like, no, it's wolf. And I'm like, really? Viera are supposed to be digigrade. That's why they wear heels. Don't ask me, it's a square thing.
Yeah.
But then again, Ronso are supposed to be digigrade too, and they're not. Sub here? I think that's how you're supposed to pronounce that. Sub?
Obviously, she's Welsh. Idle initiatives. Sub Kamazam, a soldier at the Bannock, wants you to track down some initiates that failed to appear for training.
Ah, perfect timing. I was just looking for a likely lass to track down some twin adder initiates. 3 of our newest recruits have failed to report for training, exhausted from the month of solid drills, I expect. Considering their current physical state, I'd rather doubt they've wandered far. Oh gods. Please don't mention wild beasts or blood. They're fine, I'm certain of it. Seek out my wayward troops and tell them to report back to me on the double. That is such a low-level busybody quest, if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, you're too busy to track down your own troops. What kind of drill sergeant are you?
I know, really.
Splitting shells. Morlin, a servant at the Bannock, is seeking a volunteer to gather materials used in the training of recruits. Hello there, adventurer. If it's work you seek, then look no further. Instructor Marcel needs a volunteer to bring him some bog Yarzan shells for the recruits to practice on. You'll find Yarzans in the river south of here. Once you've pried the carapaces from 4 of the creatures, take them to the instructor. Well, I see we have our marching orders.
And I've got a sneaking suspicion that one of our recruits is hiding around the corner here. Yep. There she is.
You just have a trick of figuring these things out.
Yeah. Ah, such a soothing sound. One day I shall build a home by a river. Who are... You say the sergeant's looking for me? How long have I been here? What bell is it now? Stand aside. I must make haste. Your own fault for daydreaming. Hello, Mr. Eorzea. We're here to shoot rocks at you.
The water sprites are a target.
Oh, so they are. And look, we got one wanting to be friends with us.
Yep, we have a volunteer. Ow.
That's right, little black chocobo, you get him! One down, 3 to go.
Oh. For the Eorzans, 1 down, 2 to go for the sprites.
I have to admit, White Mage out in the world is actually kind of boring.
That's the curse of healing classes.
They get 4, count them, 4 DPS spells. A
At
dot.
the moment we have 2.
Sorry. Yeah, it's a... Yeah, we get 2 entirely. You want to talk to this guy?
mind, I'm trying to meditate.
Well, you're failing miserably. Okay, Mr. Bargyogza. Yeah, you get a dot. You get stone. And you get holy.
Getting them stoned.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you get a dot, you get stone, you get holy, and then you get blood lily.
Okay, then.
Oh, and ass eyes. I guess ass eyes counts, because ass eyes does both DPS and healing at the same time.
Okay.
It's actually pretty cool.
Can you not see I'm attempting to become one with nature? Leave me be, good madam.
No, you're late for work.
What? Surgeon Kamazam sent you? Matron's teats. I better get back before she makes her boot one with my backside.
My boots would hurt worse.
And don't forget, we still want more of the
Oh, we're missing someone.
water sprites.
Who are we missing? Did I?
Is your memory failing you?
My memory is failing me. Where is the third one? Hiding in the worst possible location, probably. Gotta be around here somewhere. Maybe on the other side of the oak? I know he's around here somewhere. No?
This is leaving the area.
Yeah, There's more war sprites this way, at least.
Yes.
Just want to watch out for
and
the
Shigoes,
chiggers.
which we also need. That's Conjurer 6.
Where is this last guy? Why do I always fail to find him? Well, yeah, that's kind of obvious.
So stop straightening your hair and go find him.
I can't straighten my hair. It's stuck under this hood.
Stop straightening your hood.
I could swear it was this guy. But he's just alming at me. Ah, there he is.
Cleverly hidden behind all the crates.
Yes.
Just a few more moments, Mother. Surgeon Kazamom? Oh, effed droppings. I must be late for training.
He means well. He's trying to help. Thank you, Rena, Ladonia. All the initiates are now present and accounted for. It's always the same, you know. A handful of recruits invariably lose focus for a short while after being assigned to their new unit. That first rush of tension and excitement wears off, and all the strain from the constant drills begin to show. Reprimanding them isn't always the best solution, though. I've their morale to think about, after all. Still, I give them a quick blast for good measure. What can I say? This is one battle I'm not afraid to fight.
You know, it's more effective if you go stand over them yourself.
Yes, it is. Instead of sending poor baby bun buns. I heard that.
Sorry.
You should be.
Have you come to train? Bog ears and shell, the rock-hard carapace of a bog earzon. Not a new recruit? Then, the earzon shells I ordered Morlin to requisition. I see he's learned to delegate authority, if nothing else. Now that I have these carapaces, I can set my recruits some specialized drills. They are already adept at hitting a target, of course, but they need practical knowledge of exactly where a monster like the Eorzea is most vulnerable. Thanks to your efforts, I have no doubt they will fare rather better against the creatures when called upon. You should be proud of yourself. Both they and the Bannock are safer for your help.
I'll take the money.
Show me the money.
Speaking of which, we've got some food in the bag that I'm going to eat. You might want to do the same.
Let me get to someplace where it might actually do us some good.
What? You don't want to just get it out of your bags by eating it?
Yeah, well. Still need the chigoes.
Yeah, we're going there. Like these two. Come here, my little bloodsuckers.
Yeah, speaking of which, better you than me.
Gee, thanks.
Always.
And that should be 3-3.
Woohoo! One of the reasons why I wanted to do that. Okay.
I got a magic stick.
And hold on a second, because a bunch of stuff went by there. So Asuna just showed up. Okay.
Yeah, we totally want to
there seems about good. Medica, which is AoE heal. We'll put that over here. Okay. Hopefully muscle memory won't betray me too badly.
Actually...
So, do we want to go back home and do our level 10?
Yeah, because the next quest that they have here, that's in the actual Bent branch, they have two. One is an unlock at level 10. The other is a quest at level 10. So we're actually in a good position.
Okay, then.
Let's head back to town. And we'll cut through the Jade Thicket.
Hunts. Okay. Looking these up since they tend to be close to here for the low-level stuff. Conjure 9 and 10 should be all we need to do for the initial set. And that's Central Shroud, Green Tier, and East Shroud, Honey Yard. For
Which
locations.
we will be heading that direction.
Green Tier's a
little out of the way, but we'll need that to do the unlock for the housing district. And East Shroud, which is where the vultures are, those will be on our way to do our level 10 quest, actually.
Okay, then. As of course, the rewards for doing those last two will help boost our level, and of course, getting through difficulty 1 will also help.
And just for the record, they call this the Blue Badger Gate.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is not a Blue Badger. That is a Tanuki. Ah. Gotta love translations.
Yeah. And translators that are afraid of actually using the term Tanuki.
Well, part of it is for a long time, Tanuki was translated as badger because they thought they were badgers, just very big ones.
Mm-hmm.
It turns out they're canines.
Yep.
Now the official translation is actually raccoon dog.
Yeah.
Because that's effectively what they're called in Russia.
Mm.
And of course, they're raised as a fur animal. Even though they're actually canines, though only semi-domesticated. They're
At best.
They're the closest thing we have to a primordial bear dog, I believe.
Would not know. Eyeball moon eater. Okay.
Ew.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ew. Okay, Master Isumiyan, we're here for more training.
Trial by wind. Brother Isumiyan wants you to learn about the element of wind. Greetings, Ladonia. Each time we meet, the part of conjurer befits you ever better. In your previous lesson, you learned about the element of earth. It is my desire that you next become acquainted with the wind. Travel to the full flower comb in the East Shroud and seek the teachings of Hare Wolfiui.
I know, that's a tongue terror. Combining the two makes it even worse.
Though scant few years have passed since her coming of age, Wolfiui is a conjurer of consummate skill who is able to divine the will of air elementals with uncommon clarity. I can recommend no better tutor for your lessons in the mysteries of wind. Excuse me, passing through.
Actually, I actually might have some upgrades. That's a level 5. That's a level 8. I should be wearing those. Item comparison. A level 1 cane versus a level 5 maple wand. Let's equip that along with the shield. My cowl is actually higher than the robe that they gave me. Phooey. Oh, and let's fix those boots.
Again. From
There.
the top with feeling.
Well, according to my little diagnostic, we should have good encoding time, which is good to see.
Mm-hmm.
So far, I'm actually liking this new Twitch beta streamer.
Okay.
It's pretty simple and straightforward. I mean, I can't control frame rate like I could with the other.
To switch over to showing me streaming over on Discord.
I don't think so just yet, but I haven't really delved into it.
Yeah.
I might be able to. We might have to do a flip around. But that would be a good question. We won't need to do it while we're both in Condry mode.
Yes.
But when we do more split classes, like when we hit Limsa, it'll be needed. So I'll probably have to run a test for that later. Yeah, we want to go this way. It's a little bit of a jog, but not a bad one. But there should be a way to do a multi-stream. It might be a raid stream situation, which I haven't really delved into that Twitch can handle. I do have the couple options of a Be Right Back menu or screen, which is actually nice in case we need to stretch our legs or like glass explodes in the sink like that one time.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone was like, why'd you take so long? I'm like, a glass exploded in the sink and I wasn't about to have Baron do the dishes and reach his hand into the sink and suddenly find blood everywhere. That would just be bad. Woo, we've discovered East Shroud.
You should go back and tell everyone about it.
Yeah, that happened in the big raid when we were in WoW next. Was it Next Ramus or was it actually the
I do
Lich
not
King's
remember.
Tower?
I barely remember it happening. I couldn't tell you anything past that. Yeah, we want to avoid the level 20 Hornet Cloud. Yikes.
Yeah. Ufui? You must be Rena and Ladonia. Brother Isumiyan sent word to expect you. It shall be my pleasure to instruct you on the patterns of gusts and gales. Now, how to proceed? Pray forgive my hesitation, but it was but recently that I attained the title of Hare, and, well, you two are my first students. Yes, I believe I have a suitable task for you. To the east of Sweet Bloom Pier, there is a small spring, given rise to a pool. Go there and clear the air of the honeybee swarm which has lately taken up residence in the area. You seem uncertain. Mayhaps you wonder at the connection between my request and the subject of your studies? I sympathize. But trust me, inexperienced though I may seem, this deed will deepen your understanding of wind. Okay, if you say so.
No, a swarm would make perfect sense. I still say we're avoiding that Hornet Cloud. Yikes.
Well, the good news is that I think that Hornet Cloud is part of a leaf.
Yeah.
So, but there's our northern
the
vultures. Hello, Mr. Vulture. Have an arrow and a rock. No, I'm not standing there. That would be bad.
Imagine. Don't want to stand there either.
And that's why I didn't. Haha. Need one more.
One more.
Come here, my pretty. Nope, it's not standing there either.
Signal Mage. 110.
He doesn't look very mage-like.
Doesn't look like a signal either.
Of course!
I see.
KFC. Kefka Fried Chocobo!
Really?
And they're a Spanish guild!
Oh dear.
Actually, no. That might be French.
No, that's looking more Spanish. Do they specify a language?
I don't see one.
I think that is Spanish. Might be Italian. But it's certainly not French.
No. Sorry, no. Good try, no banana. I mean, it.
I just remember the months and months and months of guild invites. And then the day after Fickle Muse finally gets going for me, she gets like 3 requests of, can I join her guild?
Yes. I don't know, it might have been Portuguese. Yeah. Oh, what's throwing me is that it had some of the Spanish word construction, but then it had some Italian word construction. So I was like, ¿qué pasa? Yeah. And of course, not actually being able to speak multiple languages, short of...
Well, we're typical dumb Americans.
Yeah. I've tried. I've just failed spectacularly on several occasions. Welcome back. I take it the bees are no more. Tell me, did you happen to notice many of the Vilekin preferred flowers in the vicinity of the spring? I asked because there were none. Strange then, is it not, that the bees should choose to congregate there? And what has the cause of this aberrant behavior? Still your mind and reach your out with your senses. Can you feel it? The path of the wild veers from its natural course, sweeping hapless across the creatures along its wake. Something is playing havoc with the air currents. Such a disturbance bespeaks corruption. Return to the spring near Sweetbloom Pier and search for the pockets of corrupted air. You should find one. Use your powers of conjuring to disperse it. So we gotta run all the way back.
Of course. Stop straightening your hood and get going. So when you finally put that robe away, you're going to have an awful case of hood hair, aren't you?
Totally. It'll be all frizzy and matted and knotted and take weeks to brush out. Still won't be as bad as shield hair, though.
Over here.
Yeah, that's corrupted air, all right. Can't get more corrupted than that. Woo-hoo! Oh no.
Oh no.
Unable to disband party!
Try it again. I was still in the dialogue. Oh, okay, just... Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I know.
At one point, you could do this as a set. And anyone in the party could come in and see and help. And I think they got rid of it because too many people were getting past stuff when they had no reasonable right to do so. if that makes sense.
Yeah. To crush your enemies too.
Woo, that's a lot of wind sprites.
Yeah!
Wait, there's one behind me? Oh no, that's Ofui.
Healing to me, channeling your energies to offense. Okay, good, because somebody was gonna have to heal me.
What? You couldn't heal yourself? What's wrong with you?
Well, I could. I said somebody needed to. It might have been me, but at that point, I wouldn't be getting a whole lot done offensively.
That's what dots are for. Oh dear, a sludge. And I'm kind of running out of mana. Woohoo. Where? Where's my dream state?
Oh dear. Just kill the main sprite.
Yeah, I know, but that sludge was... Yeah,
Yes.
I was running
like I
out of
said.
mana.
Muck.
Well done. The wind no longer needs its
Keens.
Keens? You're right, that is a K.
Keens.
The wind no longer keens its frustration. Let's return to full flower. Smartest thing you've said all day, Wolfrine. Ow. Yeah.
Like I said, I could heal myself. It's just at that point I stopped doing much offensively. And that thing was taking a lot of killing.
Yes, it was.
Excuse me.
I must apologize for exposing you to such danger. The corruption was greater than I anticipated. But it is through such trials that we flourish as conjurers. Now then, Rena, Ladonia, what did you learn as you struggled with the air's grasp? You will doubtless have noticed that the wind does not strike with the instant crushing force of earth. Instead, it torments one's form, dancing around every surface and leaving 1,000 tiny wounds in its wake. These are the agonies of erosion. Having experienced such pain, you are now intimately acquainted with the wind's capacity for patient destruction.
Yes.
That. I can read. Really, I can. No land is a stranger to its power. When you stand under distant skies and feel the wind's familiar caress upon your skin, remember the lesson you have learned here this day. I suppose I should be grateful that this latest elemental disturbance manifested in such an opportune time. Only the gods know what I would have taught you had it not. Yet the growing frequency of such phenomenon begins to concern me. While it's true that the calamity wrought much harm upon the Twelve's Wood, I suspect some other force is at work here. I bid you remain wary, Rena. Ladonia. But enough of these ominous ramblings. I regret to say that your time with me is at an end. Return to Stillglade Fane and inform Brother Isumiyan of your newfound mastery. Oh, and be sure to thank him for sending me such a willing first students. Mm. I think the peppercorn steak is
Oh dear.
making me a little burpy. Not good. Not bad necessarily, but not good. It was a delicious steak, by the way.
Oh, good.
Yeah, sure, we'll go to Old Gridania. Instead of having to run through Central again.
Yeah, well.
Ah, load screen. Yes, load screen. Any day now, load screen. Have you loaded already?
Yes.
Of course you have. Oh, why did I even ask?
I don't know why.
Watch, I'm going to come in and all I'm going to get for the next couple minutes is a 4-inch by 4-inch square of a blade of grass.
Oh dear.
I don't know why my system does this.
Yeah.
It's one of the things we talk about is the rebuild.
Yep.
Of which, just a reminder, you still need a parts list for Sky.
Yeah.
Of course, we really need to look at what she needs. Though from the impression I get, what she needs is FF14.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, wow, I didn't get a 4-inch by 4-inch blade of grass. This is good. This is good.
You can work with this?
Oh, I can totally work with this. As we completely run around the backside of Gridania that few people ever see. I will admit I'm really happy with the new city-states they've set up where it's pretty much all one zone.
Oh god, yes.
It makes things so much easier. And I have to admit, Gridania doesn't feel much like a lived-in city-state like the other two.
No. Well, it's even less obvious in this one where people live.
Yeah.
If you pay attention, they say a few things, know where it has to be, but it's so far off where anywhere they send you and everything, it just doesn't feel right. Limsa is kind of the mid one. It's not as bad as Gridania, but it does kind of feel like, and where are you fitting the people again?
Yeah.
And it feels a bit more lived in, but you still don't understand where the housing is.
And oh my god, no one has loaded in here.
Now, that's your problem.
I mean, there's nobody here. Where did Isumiyan go?
Bathroom break.
Apparently with all his students. Oh wait, there's a PC. I can tell because that's a total white mage robe.
Selenia Stratos.
Hello, Mr. Isumiyan.
Welcome back, Ladonia and Rina. The elementals inform me you have opened your ears to the voice of the wind. That is well. Having made allies of 2 elements, you are well on your way along the path of conjuring, though full comprehension of these forces will only come to you in the fullness of time. Be patient. As you seek to embrace nature more fully, so will nature hold you more closely.
They made you study the wind? Why bother? Hello, Selfie. You don't need the wind to heal things. Whatever those dreary lessons tell you.
Conjury isn't inextricably bound with nature, Sylphie. That dreary lesson is one you should have learned by now. I assume your presence here, by your presence here, that you have once again abandoned your tutors. You must understand, if you persist in casting spells without the proper knowledge.
I have all the knowledge I need. My mother never needed to embrace nature to heal. All the people she helped were thankful for her art. I'll learn conjuring the same way she did and become the greatest conjurer you'll see. But I didn't come here to argue with you, Brother Isumi. I want to tell you that I've discovered how to cast rays.
How? What were you thinking, girl? You know not what you do, what you risk. You are meddling with forces beyond your comprehension. Should you even attempt to use that spell, I will have no recourse but to strip you of the name Conjurer and banish you from our halls. Do I make myself clear?
Why must you be so angry with me? It's not as if we're trying to hurt anyone.
But that's... Sylphie, my dear child, that's precisely the point. My apologies, Ladonia. I hope you do not find these constant disruptions distracting. As you have just heard, Sylphie's mother was also a conjurer who is unable to use any spells outside the sphere of healing. Needless to say, Sylphie seeks to emulate her in every way. It is a rare and wondrous talent to heal without relying on the energies of nature, but such power is not born of true conjuring. By all that we know of the art, it should not be possible for Sylphie to cast rays. I shudder to think what would happen if she tried. I fear my inability to set her upon the true path reflects my own failings as a teacher. I am only glad that those same failings have not hindered you. Whether it be with my help or in spite of it, I believe that you will become a fine conjurer. Already you are blessed with great power, and more shall be yours should you persevere with our art, as indeed I hope you shall. And however much you grow, however powerful you become, remember that ours is a power borrowed, not taken. Stoic nod.
Big stoic nod.
Hmm,
Why can you not give me pants?
that would be too easy.
Pants? Is that so much to ask for?
Yes.
Apparently it is. At least I have boots. And we're locked out until level 15.
These boots are made for nailing things to the ground?
Something like that. Okay, back to Central it looks like.
What?
Here. What's
Oh,
wrong?
they gave me level 11 gloves.
You done fiddling with your stuff?
Until level 11.
Huh, I was able to put on the gloves right away. Oh, wait, no, I wasn't. Dang it! Dang it with a dang!
Tiny waifu.
Lalafell.
Yep.
All hail the potato!
Speak to the potato, comrade.
Potato named Vodka. And out the blue Badger Gate.
You're not going to let them live that down, are you?
Do I have to?
No.
Okay, just checking. And do be wary, we're starting to enter level 10 critter country.
Who knows? More to the point, critter country that's actually aggressive.
Yes.
And what's our last hunt?
It's like fly swarms or something. I know where they are.
Surfid swarm. Yeah.
Oh, first up, we need to talk to this lovely young lass.
Have we hit the aetherite?
Doesn't look it. Let's fix that. Touchy, touchy.
Touchy. I just realized it was a location we hadn't really been to before for that.
Margria?
Where the heart is, the lavender beds. Margaria has information that may interest wealthy adventurers.
Yeah, that would not be us at the moment.
14,000 gil, does that count as wealthy?
Not even close.
Oh.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but are you not an adventurer? I've seen you running to and fro, face set in grim determination, as adventurers are wont to do. Hence my presumption. Uh, if so, I have information that might interest you. Rumor has it that the plots within the lavender beds are to be auctioned off. What's more, bidders need not even be Gridanian. Any old adventurer or wandering minstrel could, with sufficient funds, purchase the land and build their own home.
If there's any land to be had.
Land to be had. Oh, God, you're funny.
Well,
Considering
it does kind of make this seem a little useless.
I know. Considering how discerning the elements tend to be about who can and cannot reside within the Twelvewood, it's rather surprising, if not hard to believe. But if there's any truth to these rumors, well, who hasn't dreamed of owning their own forest cottage, perhaps with a small vegetable garden and a stable large enough for a chocobo or two? You know, should your travels take you by mere planks, where the ferry to the Lavender's beds is, perhaps you should find a Twin Adder representative who can tell you more. I wouldn't be shocked if they weren't involved in such a monumental change in policy.
Here we stirred upon a path that leads to chocobos.
Yes, lots of chocobos.
Not a material girl. An Uldan merchant by the name of Kukuvachi seeks an adventurer to make some inquiries on his behalf. You there, adventurer! Yes, you will suffice. I have a job I need performed, and I'm willing to pay the going rate. Trifling task, really. I simply need you to ask the locals here at Bent Branch Meadows what the head wrangler covets most in all the world. This is a private matter, lest you doubt, so be sure to inquire discreetly. And please, for the love of Nald, do not reveal that you are in my employ. In fact, it would be best if my name wasn't mentioned at all. Hold on. Gustavine. Have you heard a word I've said, merchant? I would not trust you with a feather from one of my chicks' heads. Do you honestly believe I would hand over the care of a chocobo to a soulless gill grubber like you? And I can see why he doesn't want his name mentioned.
Yeah, just a little. Athanathel. Wait, what does Keyleth covered most? Why would you wish to know some... Wait a minute. That old Dom merchant put you up to this, didn't he? He's wasting his time with that approach. If the man is serious about owning a chocobo, he would best be served by convincing Keyleth of his intent to provide for the bird with proper care and attention. Well, I can't exactly blame him on that one. Do.
Well,
You're
Sir
down
Jitters
below.
Is having a problem.
Hmm?
The PC over there, Sir Jitters.
Oh yeah, he's disconnected. Leandre?
Keitha. The only thing Keitha wants is for her birds to be happy. She cares for anything besides the well-being of the chocobos, and I've not heard of it.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yep.
Bernard?
What's this about, Miss Keitha? Huh. Doing a peddler's dirty work, are you? That half-wit thinks some shiny trinket will move her heart, and he's dafter than he looks. Any fool can see Miss Keitha is only interested in her birds. Tell Kukuvachi from me that if he persists in harassing the head wrangler, the wood whalers will remove him from Bent Branch Meadows for disturbing the peace. Got that?
Aye aye.
Mm-hmm.
What is Berenice here doing? I've but recently returned to Gridania to find the Twelfthwood remarkably recovered from the devastation and wake left by the calamity. My heart stirs to see new life spring amidst the ruins. Truly it does, yet I can't help but remember the land as it once was. Ha!
Yeah, probably a returning character from 1.0.
I'm wondering if she's the missing Elysian gladiator that was part of 1.0 that we occasionally see glimpses of and then never see again. Just random lore thoughts.
Gladiator, Central Shroud, Patch 2.0. Takes part in no quests.
Yeah, that's why her just standing there with the chocobo seems kind of odd.
Mm-hmm.
But she's in the right gear and has the right look.
Mm-hmm.
Kukuvachi?
Well, do you plan to keep me in suspense? I must have a chocobo for my What's this? They told you nothing of her material desires?
That's because she doesn't have any.
The stubbornness of these Gridanians is infuriating. And I should have known better than to hire a buffoon for such delicate work. Think of the amount of gil I have wasted on this fruitless venture. Oh, cease your mewling. I promised you a reward, and a reward you shall have. Now leave me to my misfortune.
Yeah, you're not getting a chocobo.
Checking back with him. Do I not speak the common tongue with sufficient facility? How might I convince you to part with a single chocobo?
The answer is no.
With the gil you earn selling one bird, you could raise 3 more. Really, do you Gridanians have no understanding of simple economics?
Luquel?
Extending fences. Luquel? Something? Yeah. Damn French.
Yeah.
Bent Branch Meadows wishes you to procure fence building materials from the dire mines.
He's worse than most Gridanians.
Yeah.
And there's a reason for it.
Greetings, madam. You have a distinct air of an adventurer. Might I trouble you for some assistance? In recent days, a heartless cat has been sneaking into the ranch to scare our chocobos. The poor birds are in a state of constant unease, wondering when the next fight will come. I'm afraid. It is my hope that extending the fencing will help keep the intruder out. To that end, could I ask you to procure some strands of dynamite web? They make for surprisingly sturdy construction material. You should be able to obtain the web from the dynamites themselves. There are usually a few to be found roaming the lands about the ranch. 6 strands should be sufficient. I like a guy who knows what he wants. I'm not sure I like a guy who sends me off to go get it for him.
Well, it's kind of our lot in life. We did agree to be adventurers. Actually, we didn't agree. We kind of got kicked out by the Garlands.
I'm fine with being an adventurer. I just don't want to be a pair of substitute legs for every helpless NPC in the realm.
Look out, Hornet Swarm!
Yep. Yeah, really.
The hornets just have to come out of everywhere, don't they?
They're protecting the horn, or protecting the dire mites better. Can't you tell?
At least they're not temple bees. I wish I had holy. Will you stop poking me? They're poking me again. It kind of hurts.
So tell them to stop!
I did, and they didn't listen. But now they're dead. That's their own problem.
Did they stop poking you?
Now that they're dead, yes.
Okay, good. There's going to be more than a little concerned if they were still poking you now that they're dead. Ah, you've returned. Tell me, were you able to procure the dynamite web I requested?
6 dynamite
Newly
webs.
spun dynamite web. Little time has elapsed since this strand was spun, and so the web remains extremely sticky. Here, pry this off my hands, would you? Yes, these will do nicely. These are perfect for binding posts together. Were I still in Ishgard, I would never have entertained the notion of using such a bizarre material in this matter. Oh, did I not mention I was from Ishgard? Well, Gridania is in actual fact my second home. My native land was once famous for its chocobo stables. No man in Eorzea could speak of the creatures without his thoughts turning naturally to Ishgard. Sadly, however, that time has passed. I left my homeland to accept employment here at the ranch, instructing others in the methods of chocobo husbandry. And I have found that it is often I who am the recipient of others' instruction. And on a great many matters. Truly, one can never know what life may hold in store.
And that's why his name is even more French than normal.
Yes.
Woohoo! How did we get off sync?
I don't know, but I need about 200 XP.
Oh dear. Sounds like you need to go and kill something extra.
Actually, let's go get the hunt target.
We're kind of heading that direction.
Kinda thought so. Because that will certainly level me.
And me.
Oh, no, it won't level you. You're...
The problem is I think I killed something that you hadn't tagged.
Maybe?
200 would be about the right XP for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, how far into the new level are you?
About 200.
So, about 400 off. This is a level 12.
Ooh.
Yes, no?
Yes, but it's going to be a problem turning it in.
Yeah, maybe we...
we'll come back. Of course, we might have to actually run some fates. Wait.
Lower ye.
No. Okay, yeah, I mix up which ruin is which. Well, while we're here, let's
Once
at least...
you've seen one ruin, you've seen them all.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, look, it's a crypt. Oh, look, it's another crypt. And I think these are all level 12s.
11
Okay.
and 12.
Birth?
Wolfioff is the only one.
Okay. Wolfioff.
Birth is a 12. Walking the planks. Wolfioff, a local at the Mirror Planks, wants you to help deliver goods that have been unloaded at the pier. Ah, perfect. You're just in time to help deliver some goods that arrived not moments ago. Allow me to double-check my manifest. Now listen carefully. Take the suit of plate mail to Darenmart. He's the guard you see right over there. The moon tie beans belong to Kylie, and the smoked crayfish balls to my friend Bertha here. That's it for this load. Strapping adventurer like you should barely work up a sweat, am I right? The cargo you're looking for hasn't moved since they unloaded it at the end of the pier. Much obliged.
Before we do that...
Yes.
A good morrow to you, miss. What can I... Ah, you wish to know about the auctions. Very well, let me explain. There's a growing concern from our immigration policies may have been a tad restrictive in the past. And so, the Seedseer Council and the Order of the Twin Adder have, with the blessing of the elementals, decreed that the lavender beds be set aside for adventurers. Adventurers who pass the necessary funds to purchase and maintain their estates, that is. Should you look upon the beds with your own eyes, though, I think you agree that it's well worth the price. Have a word with the skipper over yonder, she'll ferry you across. A recruit stationed at the pier can tell you more about the beds once you've arrived.
And
This is the ferry to the lavender, bound for the lavender beds. Will you be traveling with us?
yes.
Number
one.
Maybe, either that 10. Or number 10.
Let's go to 10.
Oh, just a second. Yep, there it is. Plot 14.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things I'm really kind of grumpy with this game is I cannot friend my alts.
Yes.
It's so annoying. Apparently at one time you could, but they got rid of that. Yeah. So you can friend my alts, but I can't friend my alts, but I can friend your alts.
Yes. I know this tune way too well.
Yes, you do. Even though you were out of sync.
Says you.
I'm really wondering how the Bard sync performance function is working for them. Serpent Recruit.
Greetings, adventurer, and welcome to the Lavender Beds. Oh, you come at the behest of a Gerdanian woman. I regret to inform you that these plots are reserved for adventurers. Your friend will not be permitted to take part in the auctions, if any. You, on the other hand, would be more than welcome to participate. Should you have a mind to purchase a plot for yourself, pray speak with the resident caretaker. He can guide you through the process. Should we be touching the Aethernet shard?
Actually, I don't think so. Yeah, it's already sparkly.
Okay.
I think they auto give you that for this quest completion.
Actually, I think it's part of getting the entire city network.
Well, someone's house is very blue. I don't think it was this blue this afternoon.
It's very welcoming.
Yeah. It says welcome right across the top. Welcome.
What about this place?
I don't know. Might have pants for me. Might not, though. It's got a scary training dummy, though.
Yeah, I'm not getting for striking that dummy, that's for sure.
Yeah. No chocobos in the stable, though. But it's got a pair of carbuncles.
Carbuncle! Should we sign the guest book?
Might be best. As soon as I load. Woohoo! Yeah, Theron went and put a new mannequin in so he could have more mannequins to spread his gear out on. Look at all the Lalafell!
Well, I see Falala Lala likes the place.
There. Oh, look how sparkly it is. Little dressing room back here. I'm actually pretty proud of this little dressing room. I'd like to do something about the jitter between the stage and the wall, but otherwise I'm pretty happy with it. Really wish I could put a glamour chest in there, though. Eek!
Eek!
That's the thing to surprise you coming around a corner.
Ow. Yeah. Let's get out of the way. I understand it charges.
Yes, it does. Nice little workshop.
Ooh, fire.
Look at all the pastries. Yum. And I can't take any of them. Okay, we should probably head back. Now that we've had fun poking at Theron and Rayleigh's house.
Yes.
Because we could. Actually, it's not their house, it's their workshop.
Yes.
At some point, we really need to work on Rayleigh's apartment.
Set it up for slumber parties.
But yeah, I don't remember that house being very blue this morning.
At least not that blue, no. It's been redecorated. I think you want the ferry skipper.
Yeah, she wouldn't. She said that it was out of service and wouldn't even talk with me.
Nice. Well,
Plate
time
mail?
to
Mutai beans? And crayfish balls.
amazing how all that fit into my back pocket.
Yeah. Daramert?
You have something for me.
New shiny breastplate.
Unworn plate mail. An unblemished suit of steel plate armor delivered to the mirror planks. Oh, what is... Ah, my new plate mail. And what would a wood whaler want with metal armor, you ask? Let's just say that after a number of engagements with Girling heavy infantry, my mind has been open to the protection such steel encasements can provide.
Okay, he has a good use. The Garleans are not to be taken lightly.
Oh.
Bertha? 1, 2, 3. No, this will not do at all. I'm sure I heard Walforth mention the shipment had
Smoked crayfish balls. Fishing bait delivered to the mirror planks.
Oh, why thank you very much. This would have been a short afternoon of fishing if the bait hadn't arrived. And Kylie? They should be here by now.
Moontie bean delivery. Dried moontie beans delivered to the mirror planks.
Are these the Moontie beans? Praise the matron. It's my job to pick up provisions from the pier and deliver them to the settlements in the area, but I couldn't leave without the beans. Now I can finish loading my cart and be on my way. Thank you for your help.
No problem.
Ortholf?
Well done, then. Excellent work, swift and sure. Adventurers are such handy individuals to have around. If we leave cargo piled up on the pier, the next crew has no room to unload. Unload their shipment, you see. It can be backbreaking work, but someone has to do it.
Yeah, that's someone
And better
not
me
being
than
you.
There. The new one is a 12, so both of these are 12s now.
Yeah. That's going to be a little tricky. We might have to do a little fate running probably next week.
Yeah. We are approaching 11. Let's get that hunt out of the way and find someplace to park for the week.
Well, we also have a turn-in back at Bent Branch.
Oh, yes, we do. So hunt and turn-in.
Yep. And then probably crash at the inn in Gridania.
Yeah.
That way we can build up a rest state. Like, we don't need any more rest
Well, it's going to be a week. We might as well be comfy.
Yeah. And they do have comfy beds.
You okay? That car nearly ran you over.
But it didn't. Man, Sid is going to be so mad at them when he takes a look at that undercarriage. Run like the wind, in high heels.
Massively multiplayer online jogging simulator. Having fun up there.
Oh, there's a fate.
Mm-hmm. And Surfeit Swarms.
This should be our third. Do we want to participate in the fate?
Sure. Looks like the imp wants us to participate whether we want to or not.
Yeah.
Difficulty rank unlocked.
Woohoo! The Woodlayler needs help. No?
Spirit Hold Run. A cadre of Spirit Hold dwelling imps is planning a mass exodus into the Twilswood to make their merry mischief. Trap them in the abandoned dungeon and see that they never leave.
And it looks like we have a summoner here. A really high-end summoner from those clothes.
Yeah. Certainly things are falling over fast enough. This pair should about do it. Yep. Woohoo! Yeah, look at that health bar when CE unsinks.
Yeah. It's like Instabar. Okay, we is done here. By the way. Tree slugs.
You.
Arbored Blizzard.
You're looking at the new set.
In Bent Branch. I don't remember buzzards in Bent Branch. No, I know where the buzzards are. Yeah. Goblin Hunters, Firefly, Mandragoras, woohoo! Bullweevils, Fairy Fungi, Giant Gnats, ew.
Yeah.
Wolf Poacher, Kickhorn Beater, and Black Bat.
It's bats, man. And now for disappointment.
Good to see you again, friend. Did you learn anything about the lavender beds? Oh, adventurers only? Is that so? Well, these are trying times, and it's more important than ever for Gridania to attract capable individuals like yourself. I'm sure that one day my dream will come to fruition. One day I'll have my own cottage and stable, fielded with my beloved chocobos. I'm sorry, but that dream is not today.
No. Yeah, there goes the Ethernet.
And back to Gridania. But yeah, we're gonna have to fate run a little.
Yeah, just a little. I'm near the end of the MP bar after all that.
I'm exactly at the end of the MP bar.
But it won't take much for us to get the rest of that level.
Probably because we haven't been eating our food.
So overall, about a level and a third tonight.
Mm-hmm. Hoping we'd get through these a little faster, but that's okay.
And we're going to have a heck of a time keeping the off classes at any sort of equal pace to the main.
I wasn't worried about too much. This is more exploring the other areas and seeing what we really want and not just what we started with.
Right.
And the fact that having a tank heal combo just to run dungeons is a good thing. Trust me, that we will get loads of XP to keep up with that.
Well, okay. But kind of why I'm a little bit concerned about it is simply so that that can maintain as a
Generally, I have found that just running a dungeon once, if not twice, will level you at this stage of the game. Oh, look! Team cookies! I like this. Team cookies are good.
Fine.
Yeah, that... Well, thank you all for joining us. I'm hoping this new studio thing will help out in the long run. If you noticed any feedback issues or sound issues, again, mention it in the comments. Otherwise, we will see you next week and hopefully get these girls up to 15 so that we can get their next class quest and then move on from 15 to probably Limsa.
Mm-hmm.
So, you all have a good evening and thanks for coming.
Mm-hmm. Bye-bye and bun-bun.